Okay, welcome back everyone. This is the first video in a while, but we're going to go over my program that I currently run right now today. So this is a 6 times per week powerlifting program. I don't even know if you can call it a powerlifting program. It's pretty heavily inundated with bodybuilding movements, so fairly unrecognizable aside from the squat, bench, and deadlift that you guys will see. But this has been really useful for me and all my friends that have had run it. Like this alone got me to a 375-pound bench, 585-pound back squat, and I used it as the base builder for my 655-pound deadlift. So I didn't use this program to hit the 655-pound deadlift, but I ran a peaking program after I ran this program a million times, which got me that deadlift. So very, very powerful program. Many people, I think, would have great success with this. But let's get into it. Yeah, this is a fun one. So I've nicknamed it "Leave No Muscle Behind." I find it a fun name because you hit a lot of accessories here. Let's just dive into it. You can see so this is, let me just go over the structure of this real quick. So this is a 3-week wave program. You have an RP 6, 7, and 8 week. And in practice, these are a bit harder than it sounds because I don't adjust for RPE based on the number of sets that occur. So like you'll notice the first RPE 6 workout, they're RPE 6 weights, or at least the first set is, but there's 5 bench sets. So like if RPE drops by about 0.5 per set, it's going to get really hard by the end. So in practice, this is more of like an RPE like 7, 8, 9, or even higher than that kind of program, which is why it's really important to throw in like deload weeks, like every 4th week, or like, you know, if you run this back to back twice, you might want to throw in a deload week, or like at least an RP 5 week. I know for me personally, I have to do that quite frequently just so I don't burn out. But let's get into it here. So you'll notice it's a 6-day-a-week program. We bench 3 times a week, deadlift 2 times a week, and squat 2 times a week. There's a lot of mixing in some of those workouts. Some of those workouts you're benching and squatting, you know, stuff like that. I separate the deadlift and the squat days. I find it really grueling to do those on the same day. So like this kind of avoids that situation. But on day 1, you see it's just a bench day. This is a really short workout. I actually did one of these workouts today. It took me about an hour and 20 minutes, so fairly short for the kind of workouts I do. You know, you hit bench for a 3x6, just a normal competition bench, then close grip to work on your tricep weaknesses. You can switch this out with any other bench variation you like. You know, if you want to work on your chest, you can do like a wide grip bench, or like a tempo wide grip bench, or whatever. Doesn't really matter. I usually just put in the bench variation here that I'm working on for my particular weaknesses. And next we got lateral raises. So, you know, you're not going to see that in a lot of like official powerlifting programs, but we make sure to hit all of our bro muscles really hard in this one. Oh, check that out. Oh, yeah. Let's see if I flex my delts. Oh, it's hard the sliding, but yeah, you guys get what I'm talking about. We hit our delts hard in this program 4 days a week. Like that sounds insane. You would not see that 4 days a week on a normal powerlifting program, but here it is. And the bicep curl variation. Some of my favorites are like an incline curl, or like an easy bar curl, or like a cable like drop set. Like I'll hit 2 straight sets, and then the last set I will do a drop set, and then it makes me want to cry just a little bit. I can only do those once a week. They're very mentally hard to get myself to do. Yeah, all right, let's move on to day 2. So day 2 is our main back squat day, along with some back movements. We also hit back 3 times a week for a total of 18 sets. And that's about in line with, you know, what people talk about online. You know, you can hit your back really hard, and I actually have stretch marks on my back last summer from doing so much back. Like, let me see if I can show them off. I don't know, can you see them right there? Let me check the other side. Yeah, like right here, like you can see the stretch marks from how girthy my back became last summer running this program. So like I've had insane, like ridiculous gains from this. I think I put about an inch on my biceps, and keep in mind I'm natural. Like my biceps went from about 16.5 inches to 17.5 inches in the space of like 4 months. I did put on about 10 pounds, so kind of like a dirty bulkish kind of thing. But like This frequency training is real, guys. Like you hit biceps and back like 3 to 4 times a week for insane volume. If you're hitting 18 sets of back a week plus like 12 sets of biceps, dude, like your arms and back are gonna explode because you're gonna hit biceps and all those back movements. It's like, man, you just gotta try it out. But here we go. You'll notice we hit singles every day of the or every week on every SBD movement. So like the back squat, we're gonna hit a single for the first thing in our workout. You can really decide the weights here. This program will calculate the weights for every movement for you. You can round up or down based on how you're feeling. The singles, like, don't feel pressured to like stick to the single weight it says, because you are gonna get crushed. Like some days you're gonna, like, if you start like an RP 6 week, first week of the program, sometimes you're gonna feel crushed and you're gonna have to go for like something lighter. And some days you want a PR. So I mean, there's no PR day programmed in here. It's kind of an inpatient program, so you can just PR whenever you want. I've had cycles where I've PR'd on the second week. Most of the time it's the third week though. Usually that's about when I'm feeling the strongest. But okay, let's get back to looking at the program. So main squat day, we got a single, then we got 3 triples. These are harder than you'd think. Yeah, it doesn't seem very difficult, but very, very hard. And then we do some tempo squat. Like tempo lifts are some of my favorite. They're really good at like honing in the form for the movement. And as someone like who bulks a ton, who has like gained 80 pounds over the last couple years, my squat leverages have changed so much that like it feels like I like forget how to squat sometimes because my body's changed so much. So like doing these tempo squats really help you to like perfectly learn the movement pattern. Very, very helpful for that kind of thing. And also kind of hypertrophic because it increases the time under tension, and your face will turn purple when you do these if you hold your breath the whole time. That's kind of fun. I haven't passed out yet, so yeah. Anyways, so we got our back stuff going here. This is just a convenient time to put the back stuff. So yeah, lat pull downs. Then we hit our leg extensions. Get some nice yeah, just knee flexion there. I like these to keep up my knee health. Like sometimes I get like IT band soreness and inflammation from the heavy squatting, and I feel like the leg extensions really help out with that. Keep my knees strong, and they're also like very easy to recover from. You're not gonna feel sore from leg extensions. But these are really nice. I like to throw those in there twice a week. And then a horizontal row for our second back movement. So this workout takes about an hour and a half if you're like a fat person like me who likes to take 50 minutes on squatting. So for some of you lighter guys, it takes, if you do like reasonable set rests, it shouldn't be very long. All right, let's go on to day 3. So this is our light, like high volume bench day. So you'll notice we go from 6s, 8s, and then 4s for our bench days. So this is a 3x8 close grip bench day. You can throw in extra sets if you're like feeling good, dude. Like you can throw in a 4th or a 5th set if like you're just feeling good. But I find this gives my chest a little bit of a break. I can work on my tricep weaknesses. And then we got the same upper body accessories here. We got our lateral raises, bicep curls, and then I actually like to switch it up. Sometimes I do tricep press downs or tricep rope extensions. So you notice on the first day we did like a tricep rope extension. I find those are really good for targeting the long head, but I find press downs, like this kind of thing, you get like a straight bar, are really nice for like the medial head of the tricep. You can usually go like a lot heavier too. It feels kind of like a cable JM press basically. So I find that like rotating those is fine. I mean, it really doesn't matter as long as you're like hitting your triceps. Like your triceps can take a lot. So yeah, we do a lot of that, and then face pulls too. I love doing face pulls. Like I've been doing these for about a year now. Like they'll work your lower traps, your rear delts, help keeping the shoulder health there. Like I haven't had any rotator cuff problems in a while, thanks to having these in, I think. Yeah, no rotator cuff problems at all. So these are great. We throw those in twice a week. It's also just some good upper back volume. I'm always trying to find reasons to throw in more back. And this is one of those. Okay, let's go on to our main deadlift day here. So day 4 is the main deadlift day. We'll hit a deadlift single RP 6 for this first week. Then like 2 triples, 2 sets of 4 pause deadlift, and then 2 sets of 10 RDL. So we're getting a lot of variation in here. So one of the highlights of this program is that you do a lot of deadlift volume. You do 12 sets of deadlift a week. And that sounds insane. And it is insane. And you shouldn't do this for very long. This is really good at like putting meat on you, dude. Like your ass and your thighs, your hamstrings, they'll get huge, dude. You're very, very good for that. Yeah, but you'll need to throw in deload weeks if you want to run this back to back. And if you want to hit a PR, you probably want to peel back volume. So if you, like an easy way to do that, you could just like take off like 2 sets of deadlift per week if you wanted to do like a 3-week peaking phase. So you could do like, you know, so there's normally 6 sets of deadlift in one workout. You could go like 4 sets, 2 sets, and then peak on the 3rd week. That could be like an easy way to do that. Or if you have a peaking program, I know I like to run the Candy to a 6-week strength program for deadlift. It's really good. It's unusually good for that. So if you guys wanted to do that, that's something you can do. But don't feel scared by these 12 sets of 12 sets of deadlift a week. Very, very good for building up meat, especially if you're a beginner or an intermediate. You can handle this. Yeah, and then we have our horizontal row and our leg curls. I like to do the seated leg curl. There was like some study that came out recently that talked about how seated leg curls were like 50% more hypertrophic than laying leg curls. So I recently just switched to seated leg curls only. I find if I lean forward a bit, I grab the bar, I can get a real good stretch on my hamstrings leaning forward like that. So those burn, dude. You know, you hit like 6 sets of deadlift and then you go do like 3 sets of leg curls like near failure. You might not be walking normally afterwards. Okay, then we have our lat pull downs. You know, same thing. We do our horizontal row and our vertical row. Getting some, you know, that's all you need for back. Okay, now we're going here to our main bench day. So this is, I usually do these on Fridays. It's kind of annoying. Everyone likes to bench on Mondays and Fridays at my gym. It's hard to find places to bench there. But you know, you'll hit a single. You know, like all the other main lift days we've shown so far. Then 3 sets of 4. And then our close grip again. We do close grip 3 times a week. You know, you're gonna get really strong triceps. I really think having a good close grip bench is the key to having a good normal grip width bench, I guess. Yeah, I've had like a long-term like tricep weakness on my bench, and so I just keep these in a lot of the time. They're very helpful for me. And then we hit, you know, the same rigmarole, lots of upper body accessories, lateral raises, bicep curls, tricep rope extensions. And then we hit high bar squat. So this will be our secondary squat day as well. And these are brutal. You know, you finish up, you're like an hour and 15 minutes into your workout, and then you have to do high bar squat. I've tried like doing these at different portions of the workout, like doing them right after bench. It's still really tiring. And then you'll feel totally drained the rest of the workout. Yeah, good luck trying to get through the rest of your accessories after doing these like high bar squats. I would consider these high volume 3x8. Yeah, 8 reps that's pushing it on squat, man. So these are very, very hard, and you're gonna have to do like extensions afterwards too. So you will have trouble walking out of the gym on this workout too. Probably worse than the main squat day, I would say. And then here we have our 6th day, our rest day. I usually put this on a Saturday. You know, I go do other things, you know, relax in the hot tub, eat some food, and then we have our day 7. And you know, it seems easier. Like if you take a look at this, you know, you can plug in your weights in the first RPA sheet. Let me demonstrate that real quick. So you can enter your maxes here, and it will just calculate all the weights for you. So you're welcome. This huge grid up here helps me do that. I had to write some like nasty formula back when I was making this. But yeah, it'll build the weights for you, and you'll notice that the weights seem like deceptively low on this Sunday workout. And that's because you should be trashed by this point. Like, you know, you're doing the 7th day workout, and you've only had 3 days rest since the last deadlift workout, and only 2 days rest since the last squat workout. So you're gonna feel some fatigue. And the fatigue will set in, and so that's what these lower weights are here for, to help you recover a little bit. And you'll notice we do normal deadlift, then stiff leg deadlift, and then Romanian deadlift. You ask, why stiff leg deadlift and Romanian deadlift? Why not just do one or the other? I don't know, man. Like it's just some extra variety in there. You know, if you lean one way or the other, you can just stack them all on stiff leg deadlift or Romanian deadlift. But I find they feel a lot different for me. Like stuff like deadlift feels really low back heavy, and then remaining deadlifts, if you do them right, they'll feel really like you'll feel it in your glutes and hamstrings, especially your hamstrings. So I find they're just a little bit different, and that's why I include them. And then, you know, this workout takes 2 hours, man. This is a 2 hour workout. You're gonna have to shed some of these if you want to go a bit faster than that. But you know, we have our horizontal row, our leg curls, lat pull downs, lateral raises, bicep curls, and face pulls finally. And sometimes I do incline walking after that too, because I'm a masochist and I like to do my cardio too nowadays. But like that's the program. You know, you'll notice that as the weeks progress, the weights just get heavier. There's no changes in reps at all. It'll just add 1 RP equivalent of load. So for me on bench, that's about 15 or 10 to 15 pounds, usually about 10 pounds. And for like squat deadlift, that's about 15 pounds. And then you'll reset when it's over. You just repeat it over and over and over again. You know, you'll increase your weights if you hit PRs. Or even if you don't hit PRs, if you feel really good, you can always just add 5 pounds or something to the next cycle. And yeah, I mean, some other things, some other points of concern is you will have a lot of lower back fatigue, especially going from the main deadlift workout to the main bench workout. Because you know you're squatting the day after you deadlift. I mean, like there's not really a way to get around that on these kinds of programs where you squat and deadlift on separate days. I don't find this too big of a deal. You know, it's just a secondary squat day. If you do absolutely pristine high bar squats with like no like hip rising, you can kind of avoid the lower back fatigue there, you know, making it a full quad movement. So that's just extra incentive to perfect your form there. You know, don't think of it as like a bad part of this program. It's just a perk, you know. These are just how you frame things. But anyways, yeah, that's the video, guys. I hope you like watching this. If you guys like run this program, please let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions or like results. Like I've had tremendous success with this program. So have the people I've coached. All my friends have run this. I'm running it right now. I'm having a good time. And yeah, that's it. All right, thanks for watching, guys. And see you later. Bye.